Hi everyone, this is Hui Tongbai from Co-Learn New Oriented Online Education Platform. So today we are going to talk about a tricky question a lot of the students might think is really challenging for them. So let's take a look at the question together. So the function is equal to ax squared plus 4x plus c. In a given quadratic function, a and c are constants, and then the graph of the function in the xy plane is a parabola that opens upward and has a vertex at the point hk, where h and k are constants. So if k is less than 0 and the function of -8 is equal to the function of 2, so which of the following must be true? So now we have two statements. The first one is c is less than 0. The second one is a is greater than or equal to 1. So based on the information given to us in the question, we can know that parabola opens upward. That means a is greater than 0. This is something we know at a very basic level, right? But we know that because the U-shaped curve opens upward and then it is symmetrical. So we can, based on this information, the function of -8 is equal to the function of 2 to know the line of symmetry. So we can use -8 plus 2 divided by 2, so that would be equal to -3. So -3 would be the line of symmetry. If -3 is the line of symmetry, and then this is the standard form of quadratic function, we can know, -b over 2a, that is the formula for us to use to know the line of symmetry, and then we can make it equal to -3. Because in this question, we can know a is equal to is just the a, and then b is equal to 4, and c is just the c, right? And then we can just plug in the number into the formula. So that would be, because there are negative signs on both sides, so b over 2a is equal to 3, because we know b is equal to 4, and then we can plug in the number into the equation, and then that would be 4 divided by 2a is equal to 3, and then we can know we can multiply 2a on both sides, so 4 is equal to 6a, so a would be equal to 4 over 6. After simplifying, a would be equal to 2 over 3, okay? So a is equal to 2 over 3 is not greater than or equal to 1, so we can say the second statement is wrong, okay? And then the next part we have to know is about c. C is less than 0, right? So we can use another piece of information because k is less than 0, right? So if you want to know k, you can plug in the line of symmetry back into the equation, right? And then I'm going to erase all of the parts on the right side to make some space. Because now we know a is equal to 2 over 3, right? And then the function would be equal to 2 over 3x squared plus 4x plus c. All right. So now we know h is equal to -3, right? Because that is the line of symmetry. And then if you want to know c, we can plug in -3 back into the equation. So that would be the function of -3 is equal to 2 over 3 times -3 to the power of 2. And then plus 4 times -3 plus c. And then we can have 2 over 3 times 9 minus 12 plus c. Because the value we got should be equal to k. That is the vertex, right? And then k is less than 0. So that means this equation is less than 0. So 2 over 3 times 9 should be equal to 6 minus 12 plus c should be less than 0, and then c minus 6 should be less than 0, so c is less than 6. C is less than 6. It doesn't mean c is less than 0, so the first statement is not true. So for this question, we have to choose D, neither 1 nor 2, okay? So this is all for this question. Any question about that? So that's it for today. See you next time. Bye.